skills that I had to learn, the spiritual attainment that I had to like gain while I was there. Because college is a crazy place. Then I learned just moving away is a crazy place. And then I came back and I realized staying here was a crazy place. And so everything is crazy if you're not right within. With that, let's get started. So
he has allowed me to grow and cherish things in my life that I didn't understand were worth cherishing, okay? And that was my time, my energy, my emotions, okay, my money, okay, yes. So I really wanted to bring him in this space today because I recognize the value that his spirit has, that God has placed on his life. So I wanted to introduce you all to none other than Reggie Soto.
Oh, thank you.
So I'm going to encourage you to take notes. I prayed before I got here, prayed while I was here, and I've been in a crazy fasting season. So I don't know what I'm going to say, but if it bless you, you might want to write it down. All right? Next, ask questions. This is interactive. There's not that many of us here. I don't even need a microphone. So if you got a question, ask. And then lastly, participate. You'll gain nothing from just sitting here. Absolutely nothing. So make sure you're participating, you're engaging, because I'm a firm believer that everything we need is in this room. There are resources in the room. There are go-getters in the room. There's somebody right now sitting on $1 million idea, and somebody at another table have the whole game plan to get you there. And so you have to participate, because when you're present in the room, you'll then receive a gift. Alright, so you got to be present to receive the present. Alright, let's do an activity. This activity is called the top 5 values. So I want y'all to write down 5 things you care about the most. You can write it on paper or you can write it in your phone. Somebody who is like, hey, I'm going to remember it. You don't even remember what you ate yesterday, so just write it down. It can be things like family, love, God. When I do it with youth, they be like, sleep, Fortnite. Right? So right now you're talking about so I need y'all to take and we'll remove 2 values from the list. Remove 2. Well, you say, nah, I can't remove. Yes, you can. Remove 2. Life got hard. Life got hard. And he's like, give me your top 3 now. The 3 that is like, hey, I'm unwavering in these. No matter how hard it gets, it's these 3 and nothing. Okay, go back here.
I kept God, I kept family, and I kept health.
God, family, and health. Okay.
Okay, I took away my real and mental stability.
What you got?
I took away my honesty.
Little white lies don't hurt. You're going somewhere with this, I promise. Okay, so listen. Some of us have hit rock bottom before, right? And we needed maybe one thing that helped us get back on our feet, right? And so I need y'all to move 2 more. Everybody's number 1 is different. So if you absolutely had to, if you had to lose everything, and this is the last thing, non-negotiable, I quit that job because of this thing, I would cut you because of this thing, like this thing I would never shake. What you got, John? You got God. You got God.
I left with self.
Self? Okay. Ooh, that can get so deep though, because God is all up there. I see what you did. I see what you did.
All up in there, yes.
I'm keeping my pets.
You're not wrong.
We'll be homeless together on the bus stop.
That's it. Okay, so I did this activity for 2 reasons. One, there's already so much commonality in the room. Complete strangers, y'all have the same rock bottom, right? And just networking with that person who has the same top 1 value as you, even the same top 3, that's a relationship that might transcend your life. Secondly, when it comes down to goal setting, whatever that number 1 value is that you have left, that number 1 value needs to be present in every single goal or you'll never accomplish.
That's right.
Ever. So for those who have God, if God is not in that thing you're trying to curate, it will never go how you want it to go. So this top 1 value is when all else fails, when you can remind yourself of that when the going gets tough, right? Then you'll overcome that obstacle.
I will rob from my pets.
Or you can teach your pets how to rob. I'm TikTok back. I've seen dogs pickpocket. That's all I'm saying. So let's get started. So let me teach y'all how to level up your goal setting. Because we've all set a goal before. Oh, I'm going to lose some weight, right? Yeah, okay, I like to do. I lost some. I lose everything, right? I'm going to become a millionaire. We've all had that goal before, right? And then here we are. You know, and it's okay. Some of us have gotten closer. Yeah, but it's all good. But the problem is we never make it to the end product because we don't know how to level up our goals. We just know how to write it in a notebook, put it in our prayer closet, and we just leave it there and wait on God to bless us. Right? For faith without works is dead.
Amen.
And so, for all of us God-fearing people, we have to do the natural thing so that God can put the super on your natural. Right? Because He specializes in the supernatural, right? And so you still got to wait on Him. But there are some pieces you have to do. We're going to go into ways to make it more finite, the things that you have to do. We're going to eliminate the gray area in the work you have to do so that God can take your thing to the next level. So, let's get into it. So, the way I like to goal set, right? I like to be holistic in it. I like to look at goals mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, spiritually, professionally. And I like to look at them these ways because if things are completely chaotic, let's say in your professional, well, that's going to affect your mental, right? So you could be sitting in therapy all day, but if you never do nothing about that professional, right, that job, if you never speak up for yourself, you'll never level up fully because it'll be an imbalance in the scale. Right? So your mental can be fire. I mean, you can be doing amazing. You can go 2 weeks without cussing nobody out. Your kids are doing the dishes, taking out the trash and all of that. But if your physical's not right, you're still going to be a little groggy. You're still going to be exhausted, right? You're still going to have that brain fog. And so we're going to look at each of these goals individually, right? And then I'm going to show you how to level it up. So one, mental. How can I level up my mental? Right? What does that even mean? It's just strengthening the way that you think and the way that you can react. Especially react to those thoughts. So something you can do mentally, we say self-care a lot. Somebody tell me, what is some really good self-care for your mental health? Okay, charge you a thinking.
Haircuts, things like that.
Yes. Massage. I saw the way you thought about the last massage. Haircut, fingernails, hair done. They spin you around that chair, show you the mirror, you be like, yeah, I'm gonna kill him today. Breathing. Listen to me. I finally got a tub that I can fit in. Like my knees not out. Oh, that blessed me. Anybody looking to move, make a tub your top priority. It's going to change everything. All right, so reading. You got to read. You have to strengthen your mind. Some of us work out, we talk to all the right people, we watch TikToks and all this other stuff, but we're not actually reading. We're not training our brains to be able to deal with words. And that's how we end up in bogus contracts and that lease is crazy, or that job you never knew you could negotiate because there were so many words, you never read the whole thing, and now you shortening your bag. Right? So we got to start to read. I remember when I was first charged with reading. First book I ever tried to read was like a 300-page self-help book. To this day, I still have not finished it. Why? Because that was way too big to be started out. Alright, if you are not a reader, go get you a 50-page little thing. Like me, I went back to comic books. It was more pictures than words, but it was still words. And once I started to finish comic books in a day, then I tried to go up to that 150-page book. I was able to do that, then I was able to go to a 200-word, a 300, a 400, to the point where I was able to write my own. You have to give yourself micro steps. It's not that you won't get to that final end goal, but if you've never strengthened your brain, if you've gone 5, 10 years without reading, you're not just going to jump into that book. You give yourself an hour a day, Monday through Friday, just to simply read. You'll find yourself completing books within a week or two, depending on how many pages or how many chapters. Because when investment opportunities come, when that $1 million idea is finally fleshed out for you, you already got the stack because you've been living below your means. So I'm not saying spend that whole 40%, but out of that extra 40, what if you only playing around with 20? So now your fund money still got a 20% in it, then your savings is still stacking. Now you hood rich. That's all I'm saying. Now you hood rich. You can do a lot of things when you're saving money in a lot of different ways. Professionally, I'm giving you diversify your wardrobe. Start dressing the way you want to be addressed. Diversify your wardrobe. I'm saying people don't know you, but people have opportunities. So simply by looking like somebody who might want an opportunity, might need an opportunity, it'll come to you. Some of y'all are very creative, very talented, but you dress like you don't want to be seen. That's why we don't see you. Opportunities don't see you neither. So dress the way you want to be addressed. You don't have to do it 24/7, but just know when you got somewhere to go, especially when you know you got goals, start dressing like you want your needs met. Start dressing like you want those goals accomplished. I'm not saying wear suits and dresses, no, because it's 20, well today it's 40 degrees, but it was just like 2 degrees, right? So you got to do what you got to do sometimes. But I need you to start to diversify your wardrobe. Next, code switch. Code switch. Who doesn't know what code switching means? Let's be honest, let's be going. I love that. Code switching is your ability to change your diction and the words that you use, the way that you show up, depending on where you are. So I'm with my people, so I can say stuff like good rich. Right? I can say the itis. But if it was a whole different group, yeah, no, not a chance. The food exhausted you. You're also tired because of what you ate. It wasn't healthy. You know what I mean? You gotta be able to switch it up because you don't know who you're gonna meet. So practice switching it up. Last one. For those of us who get a new job every year, every few months, I need y'all to update y'all resume as soon as you get the job. Guess what you needed? You needed to look at the roles and the responsibilities of the job before you even started. So use that before they take it offline and put it on your resume. Clearly that's what you got to do. That's how you stay ready so you never got to get ready. Another thing about resumes. Do not just send the same resume to every job you apply to. That's the work you got to do. You got to customize it. Switch up some words. Cool, you worked at FedEx. You applying for office work right now.
You only FedEx on it.
Or you don't need to say that you can lift 100 pounds on there for sure. I don't need your forklift in my office. You know what I mean? But be able to say you were able to answer calls and talk about the productivity rate of which that you were able to accomplish. Chat GPT, write this down for people who don't know it. Go to Chat GPT. It's AI. You can Google it or you can download the app. And you can tell Chat GPT like, hey, I'm applying for this job. Can you customize my resume to make me the best candidate? They'll say, sure. Put your resume in and I'll edit it for you. And then that's what you do. You put your resume in and give you some bullet points. You format it yourself and now you're ready to go. Chat GPT. Spiritually, y'all some spiritual people. Y'all know, pray, get in the word, remove soul ties. All right, done. Thank you. Now, here's the slide though I need y'all to understand. Here are the elements of a good goal. So when you set a goal for yourself, as long as you have these, I promise you, you're going to reach the goal. Be specific. Don't say I want to save money. I want to save $50,000. I want to save $5,000. Be very specific. Then it has to be measurable. Because week to week, month to month, you got to be able to see if you can get to that goal. There has to be a learning factor. If you're going to set a goal, you can't be bored by it. So there has to be something you must learn to get there. Then there has to be a teaching factor. Because you don't know anything if you can't teach it. So you can get to the point where you're able to teach those things as you're learning, you dedicated to that goal. And then you have to identify an accountability buddy. Quit putting all that pressure on your kids, on your parents, on your best friend, on that one person y'all vent to at work. That's too much pressure for them. Give people their roles in your life. There has to be people that are specific. Hey, I just want you to hold me accountable for getting in the gym. Maybe we can get in there together sometimes. I need a person that can hold me accountable financially. Right? Quit going to your broke friends with rich ideas.
That's right.
They ain't got it. You know what I mean? Like, they don't know what they don't know, and you don't know it either. So now y'all don't know nothing together. Right? But go to somebody who may just be a little more well off than you. Maybe. But if you get your white friend, you better be able to read that contract, because that'll do you over too. Alright. Elements of a good goal make sense? Yes. Cool. Actually, take a picture of this. I need y'all to take a picture of this. Real quick. I need you to write down how much time do you actually sleep? How much time a day do you work? How much time do you eat? If you eat 3 times a day, just put it an hour. Don't confuse yourself and put 20 minutes. Nah. If it's 20 minutes, it's an hour. Right? Round up. How much time do you spend traveling today? Going to and from work, whatever, the gym? It might be 0, but we get that up, I promise. Right? For resting is different than sleep. Some of y'all need naps.